So for those of you guys who don't know who Hasan Piker is, hi, welcome to Twitch. He's one of the largest Twitch streamers. He's an interesting political channel to say the least. He has very extremist views that I don't fully agree with, but some of them I somewhat agree with. I just don't think I ever take anything as radical as he does. Anyways, that's a bit of a disclaimer. But yeah, we're checking out a clip that's been floating around on Twitter that has been insane. Dude, I'm sorry, I can't. They clipped this man so out of context that they made him look like dog shit. And I kind of need to show you this and then have a discussion about it because it's about my career. That's right, it's about streaming and content creation. So, why not take a little gander together? Here's the clip for those of you guys who need the context for it. This is the clip that was floating around on Twitter.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. So
I'm sorry, that would have been so fucking funny if he ended that. I was like, thanks for the $100 dono. Imagine the comedic timing though, right? If he said that and then said thank you for the $100 dono right after, I was kind of like holding my breath, praying. Anyways, so jumping back to main point here. The context of it, because this is completely out of context, is that he was talking about your social battery, right? The social battery of you working as a streamer is drained. So after you finish stream or before you start stream, you don't want to interact with people. You don't want to socialize with others. You don't want to interact with even your friends or your family because it all takes away from your content grind, right? And I completely agree with that. When it comes to social battery, listen, every motherfucker who basically streams on Twitch or is a content creator is low-key an introvert that has to act extroverted, right? You gotta like act like your social battery goes up while doing this shit, but in reality, you're getting constantly drained. Now, as somebody who's worked too many jobs in my lifetime, too many, I will never tell you that this job is harder than the other jobs I've worked in my life or harder than the jobs that you work, okay? I will tell you though, every job is bullshit in its own way. But also, certain jobs are favorable in their own ways. It's as successful as you want to be is how much work you want to put into it. That's the reality, right? So it's like, okay, people are like, oh, I just need to get lucky. I just need to get lucky. Half of it's luck. Yeah, I can say half of it's luck. But the other 50% is just the constant grind. And I don't mean streaming. Streaming will get you fucking nowhere. You have to do the grind of YouTube, social medias, planning out your process, making sure you're consistent, editing every day. You think you slick because you streamed for 8 hours? Too bad, buddy, go edit for 5 minimum. Right? Like that's the vibe. But at the same time, is any of that hard work? Not at all. All that work is fucking easy to do. The only thing that's really messed up about content creation is the time sink. The time sink is also dependent on yourself. So, to make it to the point that a lot of the higher tier streamers, the higher content creators that make a lot more money, is that they end up hiring staff to make their life more and more easy as time goes on, right? So they'll hire editors who clip them live and upload and do all that stuff for them. A great example is Asmon Gold's channel. Asmon Gold's channel, like for YouTube, is just his editors pull his content live from stream, edit it for him, upload it to his channel with titles and thumbnails that they all make themselves. He doesn't touch it, right? You want to get to that point where you're just streaming and saying whatever the fuck you want to. But for anyone who's a content creator who's on like the in-between zone where you're not where you're working full time as a content creator because you financially are stable enough to do so because content creation brings enough income in, but you're not at the point where you can hire a full team, your time sink is massive and you're going to be constantly drained. But do you know what else drained me? My other fucking jobs. My other jobs drained me, but in different ways, right? I worked as an audio tech. What drained me was the fact that I had really bad social skills when I was young. Now I don't. Now I'm totally fine. But when I was young, I had bad social skills, so my interpersonal relationships with coworkers was really hard for me because a lot of them were 30-year-old dudes, and I was like late teens, right? So it just was really hard to communicate. Um, and like when I was a waitress, you guys heard stories about that. That's already a thing. When I did bartending, that was also, I mean, the tips were fucking good though for that at least, but you know. Yeah, I said social kills. It kind of makes me think that, yeah, man, I don't fuck with doing social shit anymore. Anyways, the thing about a lot of the stuff that I did for jobs, though, especially when it came to technical jobs that I did, was that when I moved into work, when I went to work, I'd be so happy to like hang out with my friends or go grab a beer downtown. You were bartending? Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you guys didn't know that. Yeah, I started off as a dishwasher, and then when I was about 14, and then when I turned 15, I ended up becoming a hostess for a few years, and then I waitressed at a different location, and then when I turned 19, I became a bartender because 19 is legal drinking age in Canada. And got my bartending license. So, yeah. Anyways, that's yay. Fun facts with Alicia. Alicia's also food handling certified. Yay. Anywho, I don't know why I bring this up, but I also get my CPR certification every like few years because you have to get that shit redone every few years. Just heads up, if you don't know that. Um, woo! Yeah, I'm still in touch. Dude, I'm waiting for the day where I become so Hollywood that I get this fucking out of touch, though. Where I complain with multi-million dollars in the bank to my audience about how hard my job is. I want to be this out of touch. For real, though. Fuck me. That's kind of the dream. But I just want to say is I do understand that this job is draining, especially mentally and socially. But you know, every job has that to an extent. And every job's hard. I think the only thing that's different about content creation is you never get to like actually stop being a content creator. You know, like sometimes like when you're off of work, you're fucking off of work. You don't really get to have that. You just kind of always are in the sauce, especially when you're on the come up, right? But god damn. Damn, I want to make such insane ass money that I become out of touch and I start saying crazy shit like this and go viral on Twitter. Man, that shit kind of heat. Yeah, man. And that's the thing too. I want you to really think about this too. Is think of all the people you've known in your life who wanted to become a content creator and failed. Now I want you to think about their work ethic. How little effort they put into social media, how little effort they learned into learning editing, how little effort they put into making sure they're consistent with YouTube uploads, understanding the outreach, understanding that it's not all about collabs. I think it's one of the biggest issues young content creators have is like they think that you need to collab to be successful. You don't. You really don't. And then also the reality where it's like, do you have the it factor? All right? There's three factors to all content creators, which is are you funny? Are you good at what you do or one of the best at what you do? Or do you look attractive? You need to have two of these traits to be successful. Attractiveness doesn't only have to be physical. It can also be just your voice. When it comes to being funny, humor is subjective, but if you're funny, you're funny. And then the other one is being the best at what you do, right? You could watch a 5-hour stream of Tens playing Valorant and be like, he's a very nice boy and he shoots the best and I love watching it. Right? And that's what makes him successful. That's what makes him great. And then let's say that I don't even when it came to myself, right? There was at one point in my life where I was a face cam streamer, where I was bad at the game I was streaming, but my IRL self is really attractive. And did I use that to my advantage? Yes. I won't lie. Yeah. Shit. But when I started to evolve more, I became more insecure about who I am as a person and more secure about my appearance, which really fucked me up in my adult years. Like in my mid-adult years, because I just was like, oh my god, do people only like me because I'm like attractive? Which of my friends actually like me? And I had like a massive insecurity phase. Anyways, whatever. So I ended up doing like I took my camera completely off. I did a hand cam for a while where where I just showed my keyboard and mouse while playing like shooters and stuff. I went to like a PNG tuber before PNG tubing was even really a thing. It was just like my emote in the corner of the screen. And then eventually I went to VTubing. And along the way, it's like I'm literally in a fucking rat onesie. Like, we're not, like, some of my models are like sexy or kind of like, you know, a little spicy. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like as insecure. But that's because I know I have two things for sure. I know I have the attractiveness level, like a level, and I know that I have the funnies, right? So it's like, you know, you have to have two of the things. Like, the charisma you have to have needs to be extremely high, or you just need to be fucking good at what you do. So that's something that I feel like a lot of people don't realize too, right? If you want to look at a good example of somebody who you can, like, if you saw them before they made it big, you'd be like, oh shit, that's going to be a star. Look at like Ludwig, for example. Look at Ludwig before his like 2 blow-ups, we should say. Before his 2 big blow-ups, right? His content was fresh every stream. He was always making YouTube content. He was on his YouTube daily upload grind for years. For years, man. And he was hard stuck 100 to 200 viewers. Now, the thing is, right? Is like, yeah, also Mr. Beast. Yeah, so like you're looking at these big ass creators. That doesn't mean anyone can make it. That means you need to either be that level of dedicated, that level of created, or just that fucking charismatic. And Ludwig is that charismatic. He is. Right? And it's like, Mr. Beast did something that no one else was doing. Revolutionized a whole entire side of YouTube. Yeah, like Charlie, Moist Critical, he also was somebody who not only created funny ass videos, because his gameplay videos were super funny growing up, and they matched my humor sense as I aged, but he himself also matured with his audience. Instead of sticking to like his super degenerate old commentary, he grew as a person and his content grew. And it was just, it's beautiful to see that. And it's like, you have to be charismatic in order to keep people, especially such a large fan base, for so long. And that's just like acting. That's just like acting or singing. Sometimes you either fucking got it or you gotta train like a motherfucker to get it. And some people, the star of the Hunger Games? Yes, Charlie, the star of the Hunger Games. Oh my god, I'll never forget that hospital worker. My god. It was a District 3 hospital helper? What was he? District 13? Something? I don't remember what it was. He carried the scene, he did. But yeah, so basically just like the rundown of it all. I don't know, I might do more of these talking segments here on YouTube, because normally I just keep them for my Twitch streams, but people have been asking me to start bringing more Twitch segments over to my YouTube. So if you guys want to see more of these, let me know. I don't mind talking about current events and stuff. Also, I kind of just love drama. I love drama and drinking a beer with the boys and having a good time. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And also, I guess my biggest thing I want to say is, do you feel like there's a certain money amount in which you should shut the fuck up? Or do you think that it's still valid for people to still, like, say their woes to their community? Because I'm gonna be real with you, once you hit 3 to 5 million, you better not fucking talk to your community about the troubles of your life. Pay your therapist a few million, okay? I don't want to hear that as someone watching you. And you're allowed to have that. You're allowed to have your life struggles and be exhausted from your job, but don't you dare fucking tell me while I watch you. I don't want to hear it, bitch. God damn. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.